Yeah. Yeah, well, I just said to the players, anyone at home watching us Collingwood supporters would be, I think, extremely proud of the effort from our players. We've got some young players playing first games, 2 of them, and 6 under 10 games. And they just didn't look out of sorts. And there's a lot of things that go into the end result, but I think for most of the night we've had enormous effort. To walk away with 2 points is better than 0. And we come over here a long way. They're a very good team. Clearances were enormous coming in. We were worried about that stuff. So there's a lot to take in. But right now I just got this enormous pride of our effort. Are we on?
A couple of weeks in a row, the last quarter, the opposition's been able to kick on and nearly lost games in both weeks. Is that because of the inexperience and the youth? Is that included?
No. Look, if you look at the detail of it, there's 2 weeks in a row where we've had our key forwards out of the game. So Mason got concussed, and Brody Mychek's got another injury. He might have done his hamstring again. So he's off in the last quarter. So we don't have any key forwards. So if you looked at the detail of that, then you go, the same thing happened last week. We've got to makeshift forward lines with key forwards. And we got Ed Allen in his first game playing as a key forward for us against Pearce. So we're fighting and scrapping, and I'm really proud of that. So there's circumstances around that. We'd like to walk away with a couple more points, but geez, it's not through a lack of effort.
Talking points going to be the free kick against Sullivan to Sean Darcy. What was your interpretation?
Well, I'm looking forward to what the AFL tell us about that, because I wasn't aware that that's free kick, but maybe clearly it is because they don't pay things that aren't there. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they say.
So you'll seek out next month?
Oh, I'd assume that you guys have reported enough to be spoken of. It'll be what it'll be.
What was your emotion?
It doesn't help us, does it?
No. What was the emotion in that moment?
In that moment? I was confused because I actually thought that I was told that he touched the umpire, Nick. That's what I got told. I said, oh, okay. That's a bit much in the moment. But again, I was unaware of what actually happened until afterwards. And
Do you think that moment flustered them at all, given there are a lot of people looking around what just happened there and might not have realised?
Well, I hope not, because we like to live in that space. We made way more mistakes than the umpires did tonight, and he's just, I assume, umpiring to the letter of the law. But no, I'd like to think not. I'd like to think, hey, no, let's move on. Let's go. What's next? Because that's all you can control. And if the umpire comes out, the AFL go, oh, that was a mistake. That doesn't help us either. We're just moving on, yeah? So there's no point for us sitting here. I think the reality is it's probably a free kick and we move on.
Craig, did you have a message for Lockie after it? I mean, he's only a young player. Did you have a word to him after the game about
No, not particularly. No. We praised effort. What about this handball back we created a goal in the third quarter that Lockie did in his fourth game? No, I'm living in the space of, we drew Anzac Day and felt like that was a pretty even tussle, and hard to walk away with the winner. Tonight, there's a little bit in you that go, 25 points up with 7 minutes to go. Oh, come on, can we hold on? Because this would have been one of our best victories for the year, if not for the last couple. We knew that it was going to be a really tough challenge for us today. Did we exceed expectations? Maybe not. We just show that we've got players that can come in, wear a Collingwood jumper, it doesn't matter what number they're wearing, and they do their job. And then we had adversity to it. We're proud of that. You
mentioned those injuries, Craig. Do you have an early read on Cox and Mychek and how they're going?
Well, Mason's got concussion. The knee sort of twist on the knee. He might have some bone bruising too, and there's a bit more to play. So we'll have to wait and see on that. And Brody's just got signs of a hamstring awareness, strain, back stuff. I'm not sure. So we'll work through that.
Is that the same hamstring that he's just come back from?
Yeah, same one. Yeah. When I'm talking about myself and us here, I just want to make sure that people understand that we're playing Freo, who have been in really good form. They're going to be hard to beat here. Their clearance stuff is enormous. I thought the way the game was played, we got the game on their terms because they're so dangerous around stoppages. That was a real challenge. So tough competition, isn't it?
The 6 youngsters that you mentioned, can you expand on the role that you thought they played
Yeah.
in getting you into that position?
Oh, Harvey Harrison, the pressure. Joey Richards clean and setting up goals, kicking goals. They played 3 games, 5 games, whatever. And Sullivan in the midfield against some really seasoned midfielders. Those Ed Allen in his first game looked good. He's trying his guts out. Yeah, would have done his family proud. Will Parker comes on. He played cricket last year. It's a great story, isn't it? He was one of the leg spinners last year. Here he is setting up goals for Bobby Hill. That's a great story.
Has your opinion on the draw changed since Anzac Day? You sort of said you'd let people decide.
The draw itself?
Yeah, the draw itself, the rule itself.
Or the draw, because the draw itself
has
is...
Has your opinion on what should happen with the draw in extra time and all those things?
I'm feeling if this went extra time, we're not hanging on. Anzac Day may be a different story. Today we will just come. We've had 3 6-day breaks, and every injuries that we've had along the way in those last few weeks has been a cost on the group. One on the bench against West Coast for a half, and then there's the next week 2 on the bench, and then tonight. So those things are a tax, and the key forward stuff stressing us out. So, but we're dealing with it. We're dealing with it. We're still here. We're still breathing. Not ideal, but we're working our way through it.
So is that an example of why it's important to not have extra time necessarily if you're injured in games and you're having 6-day breaks and the fixture's different for everyone and things like that?
Yeah, look, I'd never get caught up in the opinion on that's up to you guys to do that. We just worry about why we let some goals slip in the last few minutes. We put our energy there and then reward the effort.
What was the mood like in the change rooms after, as you mentioned, they gave up that 25-point lead?
Mixed, because we don't know how to act. And I said this last time. I just don't want the guys that walk in and act like it's doom and gloom, because it's not. That's enormous. I'm looking forward to watching the replay and picking out all those incredible moments of fight. Charlie Dean, he's another one. I didn't mention him. Did you see the rundown tackle? He's playing his 3rd game. Critical moment. So we're going to learn so much from that. Our young players are going to be so much more hardened for that, or a sense of belief and belonging. It gives us good confidence that we've got some depth in our list that gets exposed through opportunity.
And how proud are you after 3-9 in the first half, you guys come out in that 3rd quarter and really tear it up?
There was a moment at half time we sort of didn't want to get disillusioned by the scoreboard because I felt a lot of stuff was going well. We just had to turn it around and we dominated that 3rd quarter. We're a hard team to stop when we get a bit of momentum, but we're playing a good team away from home. And game's never done.
Likely to get anyone back for the Dogs next week?
I think Howie might be available, but I'm not sure at this stage. Yeah. Thanks, guys.